high length, and method of representation of medium transmission line are. Okay, so this is the method for represent the transmission line. Okay, so we have a capacitance distributed over the transmission line. So we have a two method to represent the medium transmission line. One is the AND condenser method, where we uh, represent the capacitance at the end, okay, at the load side. And we have another method which is a nominal T method, in which we mention or we indicate the capacitor at the middle, okay, at the middle of transmission line. So here we distribute full transmission line into two parts, and in between the two parts we indicate or we place the capacitance. Okay, so and in AND condenser we put the capacitance at the end. So we have another method which is a nominal pi. So this is a nominal pi in which we mention the capacitance at the starting and at the ending. Okay, and this capacitance is divided into parts. Okay, so its value is half than this value. So first of all, what is the AND condenser method? Capacitance of line is lumped or concentrated at the receiving end. Okay, localizing the line capacitance at the end overestimates the effect of capacitance. Okay, so we can convert this diagram into like this. Okay, because we for calculation purpose we cannot solve this big diagram. Okay, so we convert it like this simply, and then we calculate all the. Okay. So this is some basic voltage current relation for a medium transmission line and condenser method. Okay, VR is equal to VR at an angle of 0. Then we have a IR. Now here IS and IR are not similar. Okay, because we have another component IC here. Okay, so IS is a algebraic sum of IS and IR. Okay, so IR is IR at an angle of minus phi r, or we can expand it like this. Then we have a IC. What is the value of IC? IC is equal to VR upon minus JXC, because it is a capacitive current. Okay, so we can calculate like this. And if we combine both the value, then we get the IS. Okay, so now IS is no longer equal to the IR. Okay. And then if we want to calculate the VS, then VS is equal to VR plus IS into Z. Okay. So we have a example number 2 for a medium transmission line. A medium transmission three-phase transmission line is 100 kV long and has the following constants. A resistance is 0.15 ohm. Then we have a reactance 0.3677 ohm. Then we have a capacitive reactance per kilometer per phase. All the parameters are per kilometer per phase. Then we have a receiving end voltage, okay, 132 kV. Assume the total capacitance of line is localized at the receiving end alone. It means that it is an AND condenser method, or sometimes examples say that use the AND condenser method. Then you have to put the capacitor at the receiving end. Okay, the line is delivering the load. Okay, so this is the load connected at the receiving end, 72 megawatt at an angle of 0.8 power factor. Okay, so how we can every question has only one thing to find out, and which is a sending end voltage. Okay, or we have all the receiving end parameters and currents. Now one by one, just like previously we see the how we can calculate the all the values and current. So here in this part we put the value VR is equal to 132 into 10 raised to 3 at an angle of 0. Then we have a cos phi r. Okay, we have a R value, XL value, and XC value. Okay, so we have all the values, but all the values are in per kilometer. So first we need to calculate. First we need to convert into the total value. Okay, so R total is a 15 ohm per phase. XL is equal to 37.7 ohm per phase. We don't convert into the phase and line, okay, because we know that we use the formulas of all the formulas in a per phase model. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the IR value. We already know the equation of PR is equal to under root 3 VR IR cos phi r, or you can say that you already heard the value under root 3 VLIL cos phi. Okay, so this is a similar. Okay, so then we calculate the IR. We got the IR value. Then by using this IR and cos phi r, we can calculate the original, or we can say the rectangle value of, or a polar value of IR. Okay, then use this formula to calculate the IC. Okay, because now we don't have only IR, we also have a IC. Then to calculate the IC, VR upon minus JXC, put all the values and we get this value. Okay, then sum to I sum take the summation of IR and IC, and you will get the value of IS. Then use this formula, Vs is equal to Vr plus Is into Z, put all the values and calculate this. Okay, so we got the Vs value, and we also can calculate the value of phi s and cos phi s. Okay, we and then and now we have a value of Vs and Vr, then we can easily calculate the voltage regulation. Similarly, we can calculate the transmission efficiency by dividing the receiving end power by the sending end power. Okay. Then we have a second method, which is the nominal T method. Okay, so in nominal T method, all the line capacitance is assumed to be concentrated at the middle of the line. Okay, so half of the line reactance and resistance and reactance are lumped on the both the side. Okay, both the impedances are half at the both the side, and full charging current flow over the half the line. Okay, so here our charging current is full charging current is flows over the one half the line. Okay, so because this is the sending end. Okay, this is the sending end, so all the currents are flow from here for charging this capacitance, because after that there is a low capacitive component we marked. Okay, so all the full charging current is flow through these half. Okay, so these are the formulas used for a nominal T method. Okay, VR is equal to VR at an angle of 0, IR is equal to IR at an angle of minus pi r. If we want to calculate the VC, then how we can calculate by using the KVL and KCL. VC is equal to VR. Okay, so here we have a 1 VR. Okay, this is your VC value, and which is a summation of this algebraic sum VR plus a drop in the these two component. Okay, so we got the value of VC by using this. Then if we want to calculate the IC, similarly we can calculate IC like this. Okay, okay, so if we add these two value IR and IC, then we got the value of IC, sorry, IS. And then finally if we want to calculate the value of VS, then VS is equal to VC plus IS into R by 2 plus IS into JXL by 2. Okay, so combine both the values and we got this value. Okay, and this is the vector diagram for the nominal T method. Okay, so you can calculate, you can draw easily by like start with the one reference value. We take the reference value as a VR, then we have a one drop. Okay, two drop, this and this. By adding these two drop, we got the value of VC. Okay, so VC is joint these two drop IR by 2 and IXL by 2. If we combine these two values, then we got the total impedance drop here. Okay, first half impedance drop, and then if we add both the value, then we got the vector. If we take the vector summation, okay, so this is not a normal summation. Okay, this is a vector summation, then we get the value of VC. And again if we add these two laws in a vector form, then we get the value of VS. Okay, so this is how simple it is. Simple, and all the currents are marked here to take the how we can take the position of drops. Okay, so you already know that resistive drop is in the phase of voltage. Inductive drop is 90 degree below 90 degree below the drop current, and what is the draw in capacity, we have a 90-degree ahead. Okay, so this is how, this is the example for a nominal t method. Okay, so here we have all the values similar like the previous one, but here we consider the different methods, so quite calculation will be quite changed. Okay, so similarly we calculate the power and current all the values, but different is that now we have now if we want to calculate the value of vc, then we have to use this equation. Okay, so after this equation we got the value of vc, and this is the value of IC. Okay, IC is similarly calculated as the previous. Okay, combine the value of two IR and IC, then we get the value of IS. Okay, so finally we put all the values and calculate the value of PS. Okay, so these are the complex examples. Okay, so in exam sometimes it comes or sometimes it not comes. Okay, so don't worry. The although it is the simple, if you understand the figure of each method, then it is a very simple to remember the all the formulas, and simply by uh, putting all the values, and you have to have knowledge of how polar and rectangular parameters are interchanged. Okay, so how to convert the polar to rectangle and rectangle to polar, and this becomes simple if you aware about the scientific calci, how to use scientific calci to convert the polar value into rectangle and rectangle value into polar. Okay, so learn all the things how to convert, and then this example will be simpler for you. Okay, then we got the equation, then we can calculate the voltage regulation like this, and transmission efficiency. Now, third method is a third and last method, which is a nominal pi method. Okay, so in nominal pi method, we take the wall line capacitance is divided into two halves, C1 and C2. Okay, so it is like circuit is like this. Okay, XC1 and XC2 divided into parts. So definitely our formulas will be changed here. Okay, so these are the all the current voltage relations. Now Vs is equal to Vr plus IL into Z. Okay, then we have a two current IC1 and IC2, and if we combine the IR with IC1, then we get the IL value, and if we combine the IL with IC2 value, then we got the final